Sports presents the 1965 World Series. From Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, the Minnesota Twins meeting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Angeles, California, burned away much of the haze. Jim Grant is starting for the Twins today, and a short while ago we asked him how he'll pitch against the Dodgers today.
This is going to be a different ball club today because they're in their own home ballpark. But I intend to pitch about the same game I pitched over there, trying to keep them all off the bases and not walk anybody. I hope to have some success.
His mound opponent for today's game, Don Drysdale, a loser on opening day. Whereas Grant was a 21-game winner during the regular season, Drysdale won 23 and lost 12 and posted an outstanding earned run average of 2.78. Drysdale, by his own admission, had difficulties in putting the ball where he wanted to put it in the first game, and it had something to do with his downfall as he was hit hard by the Twins. The starting lineup for the Twins: at shortstop, Zoilo Versalles. In left field, Sandy Valdespino. The right fielder, Tony Oliva. The cleanup batter and third baseman, Harmon Killebrew. Jimmy Hall will be in center field today. Don Mincher will play at first base. And starting today's game, despite a very painful injury yesterday, is Earl Batty. In the eighth spot, the second baseman, Frank Quillisi, and as we've told you, the pitcher will be Jim Mudcat Grant. The umpires for this fourth game of the World Series at home plate will be the National League's Ed Sudol, the American League's Bob Stewart at first, Ed Vargo of the National League at second, Ed Hurley of the American League at third, and on the foul lines, the National League's Tony Benson and the American League's John Flaherty.
About ground rules, so while they are chatting, we'll check the lineup. Maury Wills, the captain, leading off at shortstop. Jim Gilliam at third base, hitting second. And Willie Davis in center field. Ron Fairley hits cleanup against right-hand pitching. He's in right field. Lou Johnson in left field. Wes Parker at first base. Johnny Roseborough hitting seventh behind the plate. And Dick Tracewski at second base for the injured Jim Lefevre. Tracewski played in all four games of the 1963 World Series against the Yankees. He sparkled with the glove. He did not do much hitting. He batted 154. Lefevre, who is sidelined today and probably tomorrow, was hitting 400 when he was hurt. And Don Drysdale, the pitcher. Setting the Dodgers defensively, Wes Parker at first. Dick Tracewski at second. Maury Wills at short. Jim Gilliam at third. Lou Johnson in left. Willie Davis in center. Ron Fairley in right. Johnny Roseborough going all the way in the series back of the plate. And Don Drysdale on the mound. 23 and 12 during the regular season. Jim Lemon coaching at first. And Billy Martin coaching at third. Game of the World Series. Versalles, the standout player in the series, without any doubt. High fly ball to left field. It's playable. Lou Johnson. One away. Interesting to note that Drysdale, in making his pitches to Versalles, did not throw a curveball. They were all fastballs. Valdespino is the greatest gum chewer in the world. Changeup, hit down the line, base hit. Johnson over to get it, and Valdespino heading for two. The throw, he got it. Drysdale did not make a good pitch, but watch the good throw to Tracewski. Sandy claiming he had avoided the tag. Oliva 2 for 12 in the series. jammed him. Little foul off third. Gilliam is there. He's got it. No runs a hit, nobody left. At the end of half an inning, Minnesota nothing, and the Dodgers coming out. At first, Don Mincher. At second, Frank Quillisi, along with shortstop Zolo Versailles. At third, Armin Killebrew. Sandy Valdespino in left. Jimmy Hall in center. Tony Oliva in right. Earl Batty behind the plate. And on the mound, the Mudcat, Jim Grant. 21-7 during the regular season. It's a strong game to beat the Dodgers in the first game of the series, 8-2. Wills, Gilliam, and Willie Davis, the way the Dodgers. Great control, and got out in front and threw strikes the rest of the way in the first game. Hopper wide at first to Mincher. He goes over the head of the pitcher. There's a collision with Quillisi, and Wills and Quillisi went down. Morey is safe at first base. Mincher appeared to be confused as he tried, I think, to throw to Quillisi, but Grant was already at the bag, and the throw went over Mudcat's head, and then Wills and Quillisi collided at the bag. Here it is again. Boom. Fortunately, they are both all right. It'll be a base hit for Wills. Little pop fly into shallow left field. Valdespino is there. One away. Willie in the series is 2 for 12. Outfield fanned out about straight away. Wills goes. Pitch is high. The throw down. He's in there. For Maury Wills, his second stolen base. Let's take another look at it. Ground ball to Mincher, back of the bag. He has to hurry. He's safe. I would think that pitcher Jim Grant takes the blame on that play. On any ball hit to the right side, the pitcher has to get off that rubber in a hurry, and Grant just was too late. So, Wills never tries to steal home, so Grant can forget about that possibility. Ground ball down to Quillisi. He goes to Versailles. Back to first. Not in time. The run is over, and credit that run to Willie Davis, because Willie got down to second to tie up Versailles so much that Zoilo's throw to first base did not have anything on it. And here's Lou Johnson. Fastball, little pop fly, Quillisi on the grass. He's got it. For the Dodgers, a run on 2 hits, they leave a man. At the end of 1, the Dodgers won, the Twins nothing. Takes the first Drysdale curveball of the day low. 1 ball and no strikes. 3-2. Slider, ball 4. Jimmy wearing the protective ear covering on the right side. Fastball got it. One away. He's 3 for 10 in the series. Dodgers play him to full. Infield swung around to first. Outfielding to leaving him to tie up Zoilo Versailles. Got him. 2 out, and here is Earl Batty. Just know that Earl is able to play. He scared everybody in town yesterday. Earl is in pain. His neck is stiff and sore. In there, breaking ball. Down he goes. No runs, no hits. A man left. Score at the end of an inning and a half. The Dodgers won, the Twins nothing. Killebrew has to play up. He has good running speed. He's going to bunt. Drags it by a diving Grant. Willis is play too late. So the Dodgers have 3 hits, all infield hits. But baseball isn't like fishing. You don't throw those little ones back. On the alleys of first and third. Roseboro normally does not bunt. Consequently, the Dodgers play hit and run with him a great deal. They're doing it now. There goes Parker, and it's off Batty's glove, and Parker is on his way to third. He's in there. So the Dodgers were playing hit and run, and the pitch was very high and off Earl Batty's glove. We'll see how they rule it. Fastball, wild pitch, probably a stolen base as well. The Twins play their infield out. Ground ball to Quillisi, right through his leg. 2 runners on. So the Dodgers lead 2-0. And that will be an error charged to Frank Quillisi. Suski gets into this World Series, and here's how he feels about it.
Well, it's always a real pleasure to play in the World Series. It's a little tough to come off the bench like I did yesterday, and today I think it's going to be a little better for me because I'm going to start the ball game, and it's always a great pleasure to play in a World Series. And I did it before in 1963, coming off the bench, and I think I could do it again here in 1965.
On the error charged to Frank Quillisi with the infield up, there is no run batted in, credited to Roseboro. 1-2. There goes Roseboro. Curve is strike 3, and they hang him out easily. So the double play, 2-6. For the Dodgers, a run on 1 hit and an error. Nobody left, and at the end of 2 innings of play, Dodgers 2, Twins nothing. Frank Quillisi, whose error allowed the run to come over, will lead it off. Frank is 2 for 9, followed by pitcher Jim Grant, and then leadoff man Zoilo Versailles. Quillisi, Gilliam up in the outfield, fairly shallow. Fly ball into shallow left center. Willie is there. And was fighting the glare. Almost lost that ball. When he went down into a crouch, he was trying to find a dark spot. One problem about Dodger Stadium, and 2 more decks up above that. 0-2. Got him. Drysdale has now struck out 4 out of the last 5. Fly to left field in the first inning. Tough to find the ball. Hit to the left to Wills. Base hit to center field. Relay recovered by Drysdale. Zoilo holding on. So Versailles at first base has more hits than anyone else in the series up to here. Drive to center field. Willie Davis is there. He's got it. No runs, a hit, a man left at the end of 2.5 innings. The Dodgers 2, the Twins nothing.
Of course, we won that. Now we have Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax coming back for the next 2, and we feel that we have an edge, believe it or not, even though we're behind. I don't think that they'll see the same Drysdale today that they saw in the opening game, and they'll see a different Koufax also. So we're real optimistic.
Base hit for Wills. Bouncing one over the drawn-in Harmon Killebrew. So the Dodgers now have 4 hits. He goes. Swung on and missed. The throw down. They get him. The tag made by Frank Quillisi on a perfect throw by Earl Batty. High foul off third. Killebrew coming over to the Dodger dugout. He's got it. 2 out. And Grant cut loose with a good fastball that time and almost sawed the bat off Gilliam's hand. Here's Willie Davis. Willie Mincher did not have anything on it, and the run came over. Ball hit right to Mincher. He'll do it himself. And the Dodgers, no runs, a hit, nobody left. At the end of 3, Dodgers 2, Twins nothing. We pause for station identification. Beating Jim Grant to the bag for a base hit on a ground ball to Mincher. And then Willie Davis tying up Versailles at second base to allow a run to come over. And in the second inning, Drysdale, during the regular season, started 42 games and completed 20. Fastball, a comebacker to Parker. Here's Harmon Killebrew, 3 for 9 in the series. Walked in the second inning. A mile drive in the left field. Johnson go back, way back. Goodbye. So Harmon Killebrew drills one deep into the left field seats. It went out beyond the 380 marker. And for Drysdale, he could eat his glove for only one reason. Every member of the pitching fraternity hates to give up a hit, particularly a home run, when the count was 0-2. Here's Jimmy Hall. Change hit to the left of Will. He's at the bag. Throws him out. So the changeup got Jimmy Hall 2 out. Don gave up 30 home runs during the regular season. And in the series, changeup hit off the end of the bat to Gilliam. The throw to Parker. That does it. 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left at the end of 3.5 innings. Dodgers 2, Twins 1. Fairly batted against Jim Grant in Minnesota. Here's what Ron had to say. High pop-up. Back of first is Mincher in foul ground. 1 away. When he threw out Sandy Valdespino trying to go to second in the first inning. As a batter, he popped up. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field. Oliva's there. 2 out. Grant now starting to throw strikes and appear more like the pitcher who started the series. Wes Parker had a drag bunt single in the second inning. On a hit-and-run play that turned out to be a wild pitch, he went to third and scored a run. A drive to deep right field. Back goes Oliva. Away back to the wall. She's gone. Here's Johnny Roseboro, 4-1. Parker hit 8 home runs during the regular season. It appeared that he got a ball up and in a little bit and hit it out. And the Twins start to move around. Line drive, backhanded by Mincher. Nice play by Don. So the Dodgers get a run on a hit. And at the end of 4 innings of play, Dodgers 3, Twins 1. Jim Grant is due up third in the fifth inning. 0-2. Fastball got him looking. So Batty, I think, figured there's no way he's going to try and throw a strike after what Killebrew did. 3 pitches. Paid attendance today. 14 less than yesterday. 3 hits, 1 error for the Twins. Fastball hit to Tracewski. 2 outs. Jim went 1 for 3 in the first game of the series. Fastball hit to Tracewski. They go out in order and score at the end of 4.5 innings of play. Dodgers 3, Twins 1. The second half of today's World Series game is brought.
Dick Tracewski, the Dodgers second baseman, starts it off in the fifth. He'll be second baseman Frank Quillisi, 1 away. The runner on first going with the pitch as the Dodgers went to the hit and run, but Drysdale went down swinging, and Batty cut down Roseboro, the runner, at second. Dodgers. Strikeout. So Drysdale, a strikeout victim twice. 2 down in the fifth inning. Wills today, 2 for 2. Both of them infield hits, and scored the first Dodger run in the first inning. The lights no longer on here at Dodger Stadium. Short to first. Grant works a 1-2-3 inning. And so at the end of the fifth inning, the score is the Dodgers 3, the Twins 1. He has collected 6 hits in 15 at-bats in the series. By count. Wills. Out. Great play. And flat out to center in the third. 3-1, the Dodgers lead here and not in the big leagues. That pitch was in the dirt. 6 strikeouts for Drysdale. Here is Tony Oliva. The Dodgers have limited the American League batting champion to 2 hits in 14 at-bats. This one is hit deep to right. It is a home run, and it's 3-2. Oliva homered 17 times in the regular season. And so the long ball represents the Twins' attack today, and it's a 3-2 game. And look again at that home run that got into the seats near the 380 mark in right center. Strike 3 call. Killebrew not too happy with the call. The Twins are out and score a run. And so at the end of 5.5 innings, the score is the Dodgers 3, the Twins 2. Willie has had a look down at third base coach Preston Gomez. Base hit to right. Oliva's strong arm, but not in time. Runners second and third. Ron Fairley, the left-handed batting Dodger right fielder, is waiting to bat. But a change will be made right now. So Grant goes 5 innings plus. Allows 6 hits. Struck out 2 and walked only 1. But the walk to Gilliam started off the Dodgers here in the 6th inning. Fairley hit into a force out on which a run. throw cut off and a runner at second. And it is 5-2. Batter is Lou Johnson, 0 for 2. The sixth, no outs. Worthington, late at first, safe. Runner coming to the plate. Johnson in a rundown, tagged out by Quillisi. But again, the Twins have a defensive lapse, as Quillisi was very late in taking Worthington's throw. Was charged, presumably, to Worthington. Worthington gets a strikeout, 2 down. Ball 4. With 2 out and 3 runs in the 6th inning, up and grounded out. Shallow center, Jimmy Hall. And the Dodgers are out, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits. There was a Twin error and 1 Dodger left. And so at the end of the 6th inning, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2. Today's game, and here's what he had to say about the way Drysdale has pitched to him.
Well, I think Don Drysdale's pitching me exactly the way I thought he would.
Strikeout. 1 down in the Twins' 7th inning, and here is first in the 4th inning. Mincher homered off Drysdale. 9 strikeouts. And a reminder that tomorrow's game will be sent your way at 3:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Strikeouts by Drysdale. Right fielder Ron Fairley. 1-2-3 inning. And so at the middle of the 7th inning, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2. Drysdale twice a strikeout victim. Earl Batty hasn't come out yet. And Jerry Zimmerman is going to replace Earl Batty. Zimmerman came into yesterday's game as a replacement for Batty when Batty was injured. Strike 3. So Drysdale has been a strikeout victim 3 times. Their bullpen, Will Height, the lefter. Versailles, 2 down in the Dodger 7th. That walk to Gilliam by the Twin starter, Jim Grant, started the Dodgers on their way to a 3-run inning. That pitch hit him. So Gilliam's on with 2 down in the 7th, and here's Willie Davis. 2 hits, 3 at-bats today, 4 hits in the series. John Kennedy. Gilliam heads to the dugout. John Kennedy they do today. Mincher, unassisted. The Dodgers are out and leave 1 on. So at the end of the 7th inning, the score is the Dodgers 6, the Twins 2. Quillisi today, hitless in 2 at-bats. behind him. Ball one. Shallow center, and the shortstop Wills calling. One away. Into right center field, base hit. A one-out single to center. Dodgers 6, Twins 2. Leading. Safe, but close. He almost had him leaning the wrong way. Earlier in the game, the Twins complained about Drysdale's move to first. Not too serious about that one. A great play by Kennedy. Out. Three trips. Into center field, Willie Davis. Twins are out. Leave one man on. And so, at the end of 7.5 innings, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2. Series. During the regular season, twice, won 4, lost 4, was credited with 2 saves. In 51 1/3 innings, allowed 49 hits. His earned run average an even 3. So it is the Twins catcher replaced Earl Batty. This 1965 World Series game being brought to you live and in color. Into shallow right. Oliva coming on. One down in the Dodger 8th inning. Two strikes on Lou Johnson. One out, none on. Dodger 8th inning, and a 6-2 lead for Los Angeles. Deep to left. Home run. You see him applauding? Then you watched Lou during the regular season. Is he as exuberant about everything?
It's wonderful because he is anything but blasé. He applauds himself on a home run, and somebody said, "Why in the world do you do that?" And he said, "When I hit a home run, I'm my biggest fan."
Nine hits for the Dodgers today. To Fleiss. To Mincher. 2 down. A bunt by Roseboro. Safe. A base hit. Hitless in 3 at-bats today. Valdespino in left. The Dodgers are out and score a run on Lou Johnson's homer. So, at the end of the 8th inning, it's the Dodgers 7, the Twins 2. Oliva, a homer in 3 trips. Second baseman Trzaskowski to Parker. 1 away in the Twins' 9th inning. Killebrew today has walked, homered, and was called out on strikes. Ball 4. With one away in the ninth inning, Killebrew walks and twice a strikeout victim. In the series, 1 for 6. Strike 3. 10 strikeouts for Drysdale. Near the stands, he could not quite hold it. First baseman Wes Parker. He did it. Drysdale and the Dodgers have squared the series at 2 games apiece as the Dodgers win it by a score of 7-2. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors the Dodgers, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors the Twins.